Who is ready for some football up in here? Welcome in, guys. I am A-Bomb, and it is season 100 for the National Football League. And we are getting things set to go from Minneapolis this afternoon, where the Vikings and Falcons will be doing football battle in opening day. You're watching Coast to Coast. I am coming at you from the Ear Candy Studios in Metro Atlanta. And the Vikings and Falcons getting set. We're just about maybe 2 minutes away from football. So we're going to step aside for just a quick second, and we will be back with a kickoff right after this on Coast to Coast. Do not move. Football coming up next. We are back. Kickoff should be happening in the next couple of minutes. So let's talk to you about what's going on this year. This is season number 54 for your Falcons. The Falcons have a 358 and 452 and 6 ties all-time record. Okay, I'm not sure if in my lifetime we're going to be able to crack that 500 mark, but let's put a big head start on that this year. The all-time record between Atlanta and Minnesota is 11 and 19. That's right, Falcons 11, Minnesota 19. However, one of those 11 wins was in the NFC Championship game in 1999, so we will take that one and consider us even in the series for that reason alone. Last year, the Falcons were 7 and 9. That was second in the NFC South, no playoff bid. And the Vikings 8-7 and 1 last year, and that was second for them in the NFC North. We are at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. A full house is on hand. And any moment we will kick this thing off. Last game between these two was back on December 3rd, 2017. The Vikings won that one in Atlanta 14-9. And we're so glad you could be with us. This is where we do Falcons live streaming reaction. We also do Braves live streaming reaction. And so the Vikings are doing some kind of wacky, whatever this is, with this big horn thing. And I can't even describe what that was. I'm not sure what I was just looking at. Head coach Dan Quinn on the sidelines, and we have just now kicked off. Atlanta is receiving the ball, and that's a touchback. And we are now underway, and we'll be right back as soon as we have... No, I'm sorry. We'll keep it right here. We will stay right here. And I got a report of some buffering by Walking Legends. Let me know if that continues. Can't have that on opening day. Matt Ryan back to pass, and he gets sacked. So that's how the season starts on offense. A sack. Went back to pass, and the bum rush was on. Matt Ryan under center, hands off to Devontae Freeman, who gains about 3. And this is going to be his big redemption year, right? Last 2 years hasn't done anything really due to injury. Let us know if we have any sound issues. We've got the mic cranked up a good bit from what it was in the past. Ryan in the shotgun on 3rd and 14. Now he's just going to run with it. And he gets pretty close to the first down, but about 2 yards short. So we will see our first punt of the afternoon coming right up. So Matt Ryan must have gained about 12 yards on that run. But it is 4th and 2. And Matt Bosher out to punt. Let's hope we don't say that a whole lot today. Chad Beebe to receive. And it's blocked. The damn punt is blocked. And Minnesota recovers on the Falcons 20. The hell was that? Let's check the replay. Somebody came in unmolested for Minnesota. The blocking did not exist on that play. Not Bosher's fault. So when we come back, Minnesota will have possession. 1st and 10 from the Atlanta 20-yard line. Be right back after this on Coast to Coast. And we're already back. Here's the handoff. 1st down Minnesota to about the 7-yard line. So about the worst start you could possibly get off to for the season. So penalty backs him up. It's going to be 1st and 20 now from the Falcons 31. That helped. 1st and 20. It's a pass out to the left. Going to be a pickup of about 6. We got the Braves and Nationals a little bit later on this hour. We'll definitely keep you posted on that score. Second and 12 from the Falcons, 24. Minnesota back to pass. Kirk Cousins lets one rip, and that's going to be a 1st down, and that's going to be a touchdown, Minnesota. Just damn. Six 0 Vikings. And that was all the result of a blocked punt. Kirk Cousins, nice pass. See who that was on the receiving end. Oh yeah, Thielen, he's veteran, star wide receiver. And here is the extra point attempt from Minnesota. Kick is up, and it is good. So, with 11 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the first half, check it in the first quarter, the Vikings have struck first. It's 7-0 Vikings. We're back. Minnesota kicking off. This one's being taken out of the end zone. Bad idea because he's down at the 11. So Falcons will start this drive from their own 11. And of course, you probably heard the news already, but Julio Jones signed a landmark deal just yesterday, 3 years, $66 million. And the biggest part of that whole thing is that all of that money is guaranteed. Not usually how it works in football. All right, so here we go. Matt Ryan under center, hands it off to Freeman, who gets about 4. And Legend says the Browns have a 6-0 lead and have missed the extra point. The Browns are being called America's team this year. And we'll keep an eye on all of the games around the league, plus that Braves game. That one gets underway in about 10 minutes. 2nd and 6. Ryan under center once again. Another handoff to Freeman, and he gets ahead for about 2 or 3. Breathe 3rd and short. We hope to hear from the Bone Crusher later on. We understand he's en route to pick up his brand new 2002 van. Welcome in Michael Mask. So it's 3rd and 3. Falcons on their own 23. We're going to have a flag here. There was some movement. Let's see which way this one's going to go. All right, that's going to be a first down for the Falcons. Offside on Minnesota. So, first down. Matt Ryan in the shotgun. Throws an interception. Minnesota has the ball. Well, okay then. Faked a handoff, put it up, intended for Julio. Julio could not come down with it. That was a bad pass by Matt Ryan. Julio did his best to try to wrestle it away. Welcome in, Packers Nation. So let's see where Minnesota will be starting for their drive. It looks like to be around the Falcons' 40. That was Harris that came away with the pick. So it is going to be 1st and 10 from the Falcons' 41. Cousins under center. Fake handoff, back to pass. And that's a completion for no gain. That'll be 2nd and 10 from the Falcons' 41. Blocked punt and an INT. A couple of big plays for Minnesota early in this one. Handoff. There's a first down and then some. Who was that? Picked up about 15. Can't see his name. The dreadlocks are covering it up. But that was a hell of a run. Hell of a run. So that'll take it to the Falcons 19, 1st and 10. Cousins under center. He is back to pass, and he gets nailed right as he releases it. That's incomplete. Second and 10. All right, Legend, keep those score updates coming. We're especially interested in that Panthers game. I would love to see them lose. So go Rams. Big hit on Cousins on that incompletion. That looked like a safety coming in on that. Apparently we've got a challenge. Not sure what the challenge is. Okay, so that was called a fumble, actually. It was not an incompletion. It was called a fumble, and it went backwards, and so it's 2nd and 19 pending this challenge. Welcome in, Bone Crusher. The number one question is, do you have the van? So we're going to step aside for this challenge, and we'll be back in just a quick moment. Do not move. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and the call was reversed. It was not a fumble. It was an incomplete pass. That's how it looked to me from the get-go. Anyway, and so it's 2nd and 10 on the Atlanta 19. Here's a handoff. 5, 10, 15, touchdown, Vikings. Well, we've given it to them in great field position, both possessions. So it's going to be an uphill battle for the remainder of the afternoon. And Crusher, if you can give me an audio check, this mic is cranked up and you are going to be hearing my air conditioning system all day. It's a hot day in Metro Atlanta. Can't do anything about that. And here comes the extra point attempt. It is up and it is good. So Vikings up 2 touchdowns. It is 14-0. Time to go to work on offense. So Coast to Coast will be right back and hopefully announce a touchdown drive. That all comes your way next on Coast to Coast. Here's the kickoff. Last time it was taken out of the end zone. This time it is a touchback. Block punt and an interception. And Minnesota took advantage of both of those blunders and put 2 touchdowns on the board. Devontae Freeman has it, and he picks up maybe 1. Redskins are on the board, and they lead the Eagles 7-0. A-Bomb here coming at you from the Ear Candy Studios in Metro Atlanta. Matt Ryan back to pass. It's complete for a gain of about 4. So it's 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. Matt Ryan in the shotgun. And we've got a whistle. Let's see who that's on. Another neutral zone infraction. Let's see if that's going to get a first down. And we do. That is a first down. Welcome in, T. Good to see you, brother. All right, 1st and 10. Falcons have it on their own, 35. Matt Ryan, play action fake. Looks for a receiver, can't find one, throws it out of bounds. You're watching Coast to Coast. Make sure to hit us up with a like. Make sure to hit us up with a subscribe if it's your first time around. We also bring you Braves live reaction. And we'll keep you updated on the score and see if we can pull off the sweep against the Nationals. We won the first 3. Let's get greedy and put those guys way out of any chance of contending for the NL East. And it's 2nd and 10. Ryan in the shotgun gets a pass off. It's complete and good for about 3. Third and 5. It's loud up in here. Welcome in, Avery. Glad you could join us. Falcons down 14 and 3rd and 5. Here it is. Matt Ryan gets off a pass. It looks to be complete for a first down, barely. And Julio Jones grabs that one. Matt Ryan, 34 years old, in his 12th NFL campaign. That was the first catch for Julio, and it was good for a first down. Falcons first down on their own 45. It's another handoff, and no gainer there. Rams and Panthers scoreless. So 2nd down. That was a loss of 1, so it's 2nd and 11. Ryan in the shotgun, looking for somebody, got one. That's going to be the biggest play of the game so far, a gain of about 20. 23-yard pickup. And that was Calvin Ridley with a big reception. He had a great rookie season last year. Oh, there's some trickery. A couple of different handoffs. Not successful, loss of 2. Nationals have a 2-0 lead on Atlanta. That one's just underway in the first. Browns up 6-3 on the Titans. That one's in the first quarter. Ryan with a little side pass to Julio just to the, in the slot. Pick up about 2, and there's a flag. Ravens up 14-0 on the Dolphins in the first. Jets have a 6-0 lead on the Bills. Redskins, we talked about that one. They're up 7-0 on the Eagles. Rams and Panthers scoreless. Chiefs up 10-0 on the Jags. And that is all of your scoreboard for the NFL right now, brought to you by VHSbarn.ga, powered by Ear Candy. Second and 19 for the Falcons. Ryan back to pass. Looking, scrambling, running, getting one off, and that just overshot Julio. Man, a better pass, and that would have been 6 on the board. Damn. Julio's wide freaking open. And that's going to bring up third and 19. Third and 19 coming up. Falcons on the Vikings 41-yard line. Matt Ryan in the shotgun. Lets it go. Great catch. First down. Who was that? Oh, sorry, that one was judged incomplete. That was Gage going way up for that one. Brings it down, but they're saying he's out of bounds. So it's 4th and 19. And it's another punt. Last time it was blocked. Let's see what happens here. This one is not blocked. And fair catch on the 8-yard line. So the Vikings will take over there when we come back. And we are in Minnesota for opening day. Right now, not looking good. Vikings up 14-0. We will be back. Here we go. Vikings have the ball on their own 8. Handoff and a pickup of about 3. Vikings up 14-0 on a couple of mishaps by the Falcons. Make sure to hit us up with a like if you haven't done that. And you know we'll be right back for Braves action coming up this week. Braves head to Philadelphia tomorrow. There's a pass from Kirk Cousins. Good for about 5 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and short. How many fantasy guys do we have in here? Has everybody got their fantasy league? Checking on that right now. I dropped out of that a few years back. Here's the 3rd and 1, that is. It's 3rd and 1. Minnesota on their own 19. Here's the handoff, and it is, looks like, going to be barely a first down. All right, Nicholas, yeah, if you're on the road, you can't pick up your local affiliate, we'll let you know what's going on. It is 1st and 10 Minnesota. There's a handoff. Running back gets 15, 20, about 25 yards before he's brought down. Our defense just does not appear ready for prime time yet. Big gain for Minnesota. And let's see where that one will be spotted. Well, we'll let you know when we come back, because that's the end of the first quarter. Not a good one at all for Atlanta as we find ourselves down 14-0 to Minnesota. We will be back for more NFL action right after this on Coast to Coast. All right, we're back and getting ready to get the second quarter underway. And the Vikings have it. 1st and 10 from their own 42. Kirk Cousins back to pass. Gets one off. And there's going to be a first down right near midfield. A flag comes out. And Nicholas Spolarich's buddy, Austin, is turning 40. Which is the new 25. So happy birthday, Austin. Hope the Falcons can bring us a win, and it's going to take a pretty big comeback for that. And so actually, let's go backwards a little bit here. It's 1st and 20 now for Minnesota. Did not catch what that was. Didn't pay attention to the penalty there, but it is 1st and 20 now on their own 32. And there is a handoff and an immediate tackle by Grady Jarrett coming in. That helps. Danny, no, you know what? I don't get the feeling we're going to come back and win. But it's looking good on defense right now. 2nd and 24. Minnesota backed up to their own 28. And there's another blown play. That's going to bring 3rd and around 30 or so. And Michael Mask is out on the river. And that, from where I'm gathering, you're somewhere down near Macon, is that right? On the Ocmulgee, the mighty Ocmulgee. So it's 3rd and 26. There's a handoff and not much there. So Vikings will punt for the first time today. Whoopee! That's progress, right? Browns are up 6-3 on the Titans. Ravens up 21-0 on the Dolphins. Jets 6, Bills nothing. Here comes the punt from Minnesota. Let's see how this goes. And we've got a return up to the 25 and down at the 28. So that's where the Falcons will take over as soon as we come back live from Minnesota. You're watching Coast to Coast. My name is A-Bomb. We'll be back for more football after this timeout. Falcons 1st and 10 from their 28. Matt Ryan back to pass. It's complete for a first down. Sanu gets in on the action. I'm A-Bomb. We are back. Coast to Coast is on the air Sunday afternoon. Opening day. Football from Minnesota. Ryan way back to pass. Gets it off. This one's complete to Calvin Ridley for about 15. All right, now we got something. A little bit of momentum. Falcons 1st and 10 from Minnesota's 38. Ryan back to pass again. Off the play fake. Running, looking, and running for the first down. And then tackled. Pick up about 6. So, 1st and 10. We'll call it the Vikings 27. Matt Ryan changing the play. In the shotgun formation now. Did we have some movement? There is a flag down. The pass is off. That's Sanu, and he picks up about 5. Check the flag. All right, another offsides on the Vikings. That's 3 for them today. So it's going to be 1st and 5. Ryan under center. Here's a handoff this time to Freeman. No gain. Uh-oh, did we have a fumble? We do have a fumble. Let's see who recovered the fumble. Still no call. Why is there no call yet? All right, let's see this replay. And it's Minnesota freaking ball. Damn. Had a good drive going. And it gets coughed up. Do not like the way this one has started. And so we now have a timeout. Minnesota will have the ball. 1st and 10 from somewhere pretty deep in their own territory. So we'll be back. It is 14-0 Minnesota. Okay, we're back. Minnesota starts their drive on their own 21 after the fumble recovery. There's a handoff, gain of almost nothing on that. We'll bring you the Jim Rome Show coming up at halftime from Friday. So it's 2nd and 9 for the Vikings. Here's the handoff. Gain of about 2. So it's 3rd and 9, actually. That was a no gainer. 3rd and 9. Coming up on 9 minutes left in the half. Kirk Cousins shotgun formation. Here's the play. Pass out to the side. Minnesota picks up a first down on 3rd and 9. Michael Mass sounds like it's great out there, man. Great place to get away from it all. Here comes the chain gang. They're gonna make sure the spot was correct there. And yes, it's confirmed. It's a first down. I didn't even know that was in doubt. Let's see that replay. Yeah, it's a valid spot. Don't give us any hope like that. Come on, refs. So first and 10, Minnesota. From the Falcons. Now check that, from the Minnesota 30-yard line. Kirk Cousins back to pass. Gets one off. It's incomplete. A flag is down in the secondary, however. What the hell? And here's the call. Pass interference against the Falcons. And Danny Westbrooks is back. Well, what has happened is that the Falcons have come out and laid an egg. Just can't get anything right. We did have one nice drive going, and then it ended in a fumble. Had a chance to cut the lead in half. Came away with nothing. And we've got 8 minutes, 17 seconds left in the second quarter. 1st and 10 for Minnesota at their own 46. Kirk Cousins goes back to pass, but he gets, well, almost got sacked. Damn, and got the ball away at the last second. So it's 2nd and 10. Falcons look like they're still in preseason mode. Rams have a 10-0 lead on the Panthers. Just a little bit of good news. 2nd and 10, it's a handoff, and it's a gain of about 3. 3rd down and about 7 coming up. Yeah, Westbrook's, the season's not over yet. And the game's not over yet. But we are definitely trending in the wrong direction. Welcome in, Saints fan, Matthew Basher. What's going on in that game, or is it even started yet? Shotgun formation on 3rd and 7. Kirk Cousins gets it off, but another damn flag. What is this? A flag is down. And that's holding on Atlanta. Automatic first down, Vikings. Another score for the Redskins. Looks like they're up 17-0 on the Eagles. Saints play Monday Night Football. They will host Houston at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. All right, Westbrook, we'll see you back shortly. 1st and 10. On the Falcons side of the field from the Falcons 45, there's a handoff and a gain of about 6. That'll be 2nd and 4. Second and 4 from the Falcons 40. Handoff, pickup of, 20 something yards. Our defense is not able to handle the run at all. And that is Cook. Dalvin Cook is having his way with the Falcons. So far, 73 yards. And a touchdown for him earlier. It's another handoff to Cook. And that's another touchdown. The hell, man. 17 yards, touchdown, another one for Dalvin Cook, second of the afternoon. It is now 20-0 pending the extra point. What a disappointment. And as we all know, Coach Dan Quinn has taken over as DC. And check that touchdown. He was down at the 1. So take the touchdown off the board. We've got a timeout, and we will be right back, probably to witness a touchdown. But we'll see what happens. Be right back. First and goal from about the 1. Here is a handoff. And there's a touchdown. Now it's 20-0. Vikings on top. 5 minutes, 7 seconds left in the first half. Check it, that was not a touchdown. Now it's a touchdown. It is officially official. It is now a touchdown. Now it's 20-0, Minnesota. How many times are we going to have to say that? That was a keeper by Kirk Cousins. Jumping over the line, jumping over the pile. And he does a half-ass white man's dance. Point after attempts coming up. There's a whistle. We'll check the flag. So, offsides on the Falcons. We will try the kick one more time. 5 yards closer for Minnesota. Kick is up. It's good. And the Vikings are up 21-0. Can we come back and at least put up a score before halftime? We'll see. There is 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half. And we are live from Minnesota, where the Falcons are down 21-0. We'll be back with more Coast to Coast. We're back. Falcons starting the drive from their own 25-yard line. And it's a handoff. And at the 30, 35, 40, and finally, Ito Smith is pushed out of bounds. His first run of the afternoon. Appreciate the 15 likes. Let's see if we can get that up a little bit more. And of course, make sure you subscribe if it's your first time around. We are also a Braves house. We bring you lots and lots of that. And so does the Bone Crusher. Make sure to hit up his live channel as well. He is our mod down in the box. And so at the 40, Matt Ryan back to pass. There's a catch by Julio, and he manages to get the first down. Jim Rome Show coming up for you at halftime from Friday. And of course, he's got an Antonio Brown hot take in there. But whatever he said Friday is old news, because on Saturday, he was released by the Oakland Raiders and then subsequently picked up by the Patriots. And what a circus that whole thing is. Matt Ryan back to pass. Complete. That is Sanu, I believe. Check it. That was Ito Smith picking up what appears to be 9. So it's 2nd and 1. 3.5 minutes to go, first half. Dirk Cutter, the Falcons OC, is up in the booth watching from above. 2nd and 1. Handoff to Ito again, and he chugs ahead and picks up 2 and a first down. 3 minutes to go in the half. Minnesota will have the kickoff for the second half. First and 10. Falcons on the Minnesota 38. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 coming up. Gibby, what's the Braves score? Julio Jones pretty ineffective today. 3 catches, 18 yards total. Second and 10. Ryan back to pass. Gets one off to Hooper, the tight end, and that's a gain of 3. 3rd and 7 coming right up. And it looks like this one's going to tick down to the 2-minute warning. So 3rd and 6 when we come back. Falcons looking to get on the board. Not looking good for Minnesota. It is all Vikings 21-0 is your score. A-Bomb and Coast to Coast. Be right back. not looking good for Braves fans either. Braves currently losing 4-1 to the Nationals. And we're back. It's 3rd and 6. Ryan back to pass. Complete for a first down. But take it back. Holding penalty against Atlanta. 3rd and 16 coming up. Can't do a damn thing right today. Good news, the Panthers are still losing 10-0. They're down to the Rams. We've got an injury on the field. Cornerback Mackenzie Alexander for Minnesota is down. Let's hope he's okay. Jim Rome coming up at halftime for you. Tom Brenneman and Chris Spielman on the call today from Minnesota. And Alexander finally up on his feet, walking off on his own power. And it's going to be 3rd and 16, a minute 55 remaining first half. Huge play. 3rd and 16, Matt Ryan is sacked. Loses 10. Packers Nation, I hope this game is just an anomaly, an outlier, whatever you want to call it. But if it's not, the Saints would be the favorite. We don't really know about Cam Newton. Supposedly he's hurt. We're not really sure how that's going. Tampa Bay, what's going on with their quarterback situation? I assume it's Jameis Winston, but his stock is falling rapidly. So it's really going to be between the Braves. Check that. It's going to be between the Falcons and the Saints. So 4th and 27, Falcons forced to punt. A minute 49 remaining in the half. Vikings have 1 timeout left. Matt Bosher kicks. And a fair catch at the 10-yard line. So that's where the Vikings will start as soon as we come back. We are live from the game. Minnesota and Atlanta underway, and it's all Vikings so far. We're back. Minnesota starts it off with a running play. Falcons have 2 timeouts left, and they just used one of them. Anything we can do to get the ball back, I guess. Second and 8 coming up with a minute 39 left. 2nd and 8 coming up from the Vikings' own 12. It's another handoff and another loss. Falcons use their final timeout. It's 3rd down, 1:35 to go, and it'll be 3rd and 10 when the play gets underway. Vikings will receive the second half kickoff. Third and 10 coming up. Looks like another running play. And it is a running play, and it's another loss. So it's going to be 4th down. And the Falcons will have the ball back with approximately 45 seconds to go. A minute left now. Clock is ticking. Minnesota getting set to punt. And actually, Minnesota is going to let the clock tick all the way down, use their final timeout, and then punt it. So that timeout comes with 49 seconds. And MLB gives us an update. The Titans have taken a 12-6 lead over the Browns. That's too bad. I'm kind of pulling for the Browns this year. Not that I have any passion or anything for them like I do the Falcons, but I just kind of have an eye on the Browns. It'd be kind of cool to see that team do well. But it's all about the Falcons, and we are in a jam right now. So punting out of his own end zone. Kick is up. And he gets it off. Let's see how deep this is going to be. Falcons have it on the 40. Up to the 45 and down right there. So with 37 seconds left, the Falcons will have one more shot for something. And we will see what happens. Right after this, you are watching A-Bomb and Coast to Coast. Right back with the conclusion of the first half. First and 10. Matt Ryan in the shotgun. 37 seconds left. And that's an incompletion. Second and 10 with 33 seconds. All right, walking legend back in. And we mentioned it earlier. Tom Brenneman, son of famous, about to retire Reds longtime broadcaster Marty Brenneman, is calling this game today. All right, Legend reports we have picked up a sub, 271. Thank you for whoever did that. So it's second and 10, Matt Ryan in the shotgun. There's a completion down the middle at the 41-yard line of the Vikings. Clock ticks, 21 seconds. And now we've got a whistle, and it's Gage Jr. That's not a good sign for the Falcons, so he's down. And with no timeouts left, that's going to cause a runoff, I believe. So that was a completion by Gage. Caught that one and then got hurt in the process. He's still down. Injury timeout. And yes, we did have to run off 10 seconds, okay, because of the injury timeout. It's a 10-second runoff, and we come back. There will be 7 seconds left in the half. And so Gage is helped off the field. He's upright, at least. Tennessee Titans have a 12-6 lead on Cleveland. And so I guess we're going to have a Hail Mary attempt. Falcons have the ball on the Vikings 42 with 7 seconds left. Ryan in the shotgun. Gets it off. It's complete down the middle. And that's going to do it. Nowhere to go. Down at the 20. And Minnesota will have the football and receive the second half kick. So not looking good for Minnesota today. But you know what? Stranger things have happened than a 21-0 comeback. So we will take you now to the Jim Rome Show at halftime, and we'll be back for the third quarter on Coast to Coast. I am A-Bomb. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the second half.
Welcome to the jungle. An amazing Friday to you. My name is Jim Rome. We are live in Southern California, as we always are. What's cracking? Give me that Deca, yeah, Alvin. Give it to me on a Friday. Randall, WFI. I love that he's part of that. All right, program brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. By Quicken Loans, Rocket Mortgage with you every step of the way to provide a seamless mortgage experience. You're probably wondering what I've got going on this Friday, so let me lay it out for you very quickly. Your telephone number is toll-free. I'm going to give you that right now because we have an open phone first hour. I like doing that sometimes. 1-800-636-8686. Open phones, hour number one. If you want to talk about what you saw last night, Packers over the Bears, go ahead and do it. If you want to look ahead to the college football weekend or the NFL weekend, we can do that. If you want to talk Antonio Brown, I'm here for that. Anything you want. Just come strong. Have a take. Don't suck. 1-800-636-8686. Follow me on Twitter at Jim Rome. And if you don't mind, go ahead and email me at RomeRome@haveatake.com. Coming up in hour two, I've got 2 interviews back-to-back. At the top of the hour, Dr. David Chow, pro football doc, former NFL team doctor. He is an orthopedic surgeon. He's got a really unique way of looking at injuries in the NFL. And we'll talk about players, their status, things like that. He has never been on the program before. I think you'll find him really interesting. Dr. David Chow coming up at the top of hour number 2. Also in hour number 2, I want to talk about America's team. I want to talk about America's punter, Jamie Gillen. That's at 10:20 Pacific. In the third hour, a first baseman for the Arizona Diamondbacks, Christian Walker. I've got Alvin's 4 days that were. It is a short work week. We were off on Monday, but Alvin will kill that. Oh, and it's Friday. You know what that means? The deck is in the house. James, Flight Deck, Kelly. Hey, Flight Deck, you get down on last night's game. Did you get down on last night's game? He did not.
Cut that meat.
Flight Deck like the Bears. Apparently he did not get down in time.
Idiot kicker.
All right, then. So it's Friday, so I want to acknowledge it's Friday all day.
Today's Friday.
Tomorrow's Saturday. Yesterday was Thursday.
Today's
the day before that was Wednesday. It's Friday, so I want to tip my hat to the Flight Deck for busting his ass and actually coming in studio once a week. All right, let's start with last night's game. Packers 10, Bears 3, everybody else 0. That sucked. I mean, I hate to say it, but it did. And you know the deal. Saying that something sucks is not a take, but that game last night, that game was not good. That game sucked. We didn't all wait 7 months for a punt, pass, and kick competition without the passes or the kicks. That was just a punt competition. I mean, you thought you tuned in to see Aaron Rodgers and Mitchell Trubisky. Nope. What you got was J.K. Scott and Pat O'Donnell. Now, credit where credit's due. Those dudes can punt now. O'Donnell was letting it rip for the Bears. 8 punts, 341 yards, an average of 42.6 yards per kick, 3 inside the 20, along a 53. Are you kidding me about that guy? Any other night, and he is getting the much-coveted Jim Rome Punter of the Night award. Except not last night. Got a big shout-out to J.K. Scott. That 6'6" monster put on a punting clinic. Did you check this cat's hamstring flexibility? His hip mobility? Because I know you saw his 9 punts for 428 yards, an average of 47.6 per kick, including a long of 63. 5 dimes. He dropped inside the 20. You do that, J.K. Scott, and I'm going to go full government on you. John Kimball Scott. And that's got to be a jungle first. Full government for a punter. I haven't seen a Kimball go that nuts on Chicago since Harrison Ford was screaming about falsified medical research in The Fugitive.
Devlin McGregor could give you Provasic.
And truth be told, for most of that game, I would have much rather have been watching Harrison Ford in an early 90s film. Or better yet, Harrison Ford piloting a plane.
Get off my plane.
Or Harrison Ford trying to land a plane anywhere. At the airport, on the freeway, on the roof of this building. Penmark Golf Course. What I'm saying is that game was ugly. That did not look like a season-opening game between a couple of Super Bowl contenders. That looked like a game between two teams that had never played football before. Now, in fairness, a lot of that did have to do with the two defenses. Now, we knew about the Bears' defense. Everybody knew how good they were last year. And then in the first quarter, they picked up right where they left off last year. They were swarming Aaron Rodgers, and Khalil Mack once again looked unblockable. The question about Chicago's defense had been, how much was it going to miss Vic Fangio? If Jerry Jones would have been involved, he would have been saying, Vic who? Vic who? Jarrah would have been like, that Bears defense just circumcised a mosquito.
Circumcising the mosquito.
Chicago's defense was a known fact. We knew this. The Chicago defense was a known fact. The Packers defense, not so much. In fact, that was a question mark. Yes, they upgraded it big time on paper. And yes, they threw some crazy jack at it in the offseason. But you never know until you're on the field. And now, after 60 minutes of watching that Packer defense on the field, now we know. Most of all, Aaron Rodgers knows. And Rodgers could not wait to let everybody else know about it right after the game.
I'll say it again. We got a defense.
And in case you missed it, he reminded you at the end of the interview, quote, I'll say it again. We got a defense. Then he met with the media afterwards. Quote, what we did on defense, I think we showed the league and folks watching that we're not just an offensive football team anymore. We've got a defense. And the guy literally would not stop talking about the defense.
Yeah, that was fun to watch. I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen a performance like that. Obviously, a lot of credit to Mike Pettin and his staff. But to those players, I mean, just incredible effort.
You think he's hyped on Pettin and that crew? Did you see that shove that he gave Pettin when the game was over? I mean, that was a lot of excitement and a lot of energy and a lot of hype in that shove. He was pumped, and he should be. Hey, listen, on that point, let me address some of you dopes who seem to think that all that love that he was giving to Pettin was actually nothing more than a passive, aggressive dig on his head coach, Matt LaFleur. It's a moronic take. It's a garbage take.
Garbage!
Rodgers was not hyping Pettin to crack LaFleur. He was hyping Pettin because that defense just won them a critical divisional matchup on the road when the offense really couldn't get much going at all. Rodgers knows it. He was hyping Pettin because he knows that this has the potential to be one of the best defenses he's had since he's been there. He knows that defense looked great last night, and it's still going to get even better. He's hyping Pettin because he knows when the offense catches up to the defense that is a legitimate Super Bowl caliber team right there. That's why he's hyping Pettin, not because he's taking a not-so-veiled shot at LaFleur. Again, when was the last time Rodgers and the Packers had a defense like this? A defense that wreaks havoc. A defense that causes this many problems for an opponent who won 12 games and the division last year. Because last night that Packer D turned Mitchell Trubisky inside out. Oh, and speaking of which, more on Trubisky later on. Because this dude apparently, and it's a small sample size and it's only one game, but watching last night's game, if I didn't know any better, this dude's getting worse, not better. And the Bears offense is going to get their own take. He's going to get his own take. This take is focused on the Packer defense, a defense that held Chicago to 3 points, a defense that had 5 sacks, a defense that forced 8 punts. Rookie Darnell Savage lived up to his name. The Smiths, Za'Darius and Preston were everywhere, combining for 9 quarterback pressures and 2.5 sacks. And they had this monster play from former Bear Adrian Amos to ice it.
Running back is Montgomery. 16-yard line at Green Bay. Chicago 3rd down and 10. Shotgun snap. Here's an arching spiral pass into the corner of the end zone. Intercepted! It's intercepted by Amos, the former Chicago Bear. Adrian Amos coming through, makes the interception in the back of the end zone of Trubisky.
Westwood One Radio, and as I tweeted last night, Mitch gonna Mitch, Bear's gonna Bear. And if it looked like Amos knew what was coming, it's because he did. Tramon Williams told Stacey Dales after the game they knew exactly what was going to happen.
Okay, so they ran the play earlier on the drive also. Same thing. Adrian said they ran a 7 route. I said I felt it. I didn't quite see it, but I felt it. I don't know if that makes sense. And he said they're going to come back to it. I was like, okay, I said I'll be there. Nonetheless, they came back to it. I saw him run the 7 route. I turned right into him. And I couldn't see Amos because he was behind me, but he made a heck of a play.
And then what did you say after to each other?
I don't even know what I said. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what I said.
Yeah, man, it's funny, right? Really funny when you go into the enemy's house and you play D like that. Yeah, I know it's only one game, but in that one game, that defense looked dominant. And it says right here, that defense, you've got some new pieces. Defense coordinator, I'm telling you, they're going to get better. That defense was dominant last night, and it's only going to get better. And yes, Green Bay's offense is still a work in progress, but it would appear that after only one game, we all wasted a hell of a lot of time and a hell of a lot of energy speculating on the relationship between Rodgers and LaFleur, because those two look just fine. Even though the offense struggled, I didn't see either one of them freaking out on the other guy when things didn't work out. Hard to get a read on it in one game against an elite defense like Chicago's, but it also says here they're going to find their rhythm. And when they do, the team is going to be good. Also on Twitter last night, I said that Aaron Rodgers, his preseason was in the first quarter. They'll find their rhythm. They'll get better. And then once that offense does catch up with that defense, we're going to be talking about the Packers being on the short list of teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all. A legitimate chance. 1-800-636-8686. I have more thoughts on Green Bay. I certainly have more thoughts on Trubisky and Chicago and their offense. More thoughts on that matchup last night. Where do you come out? Open phone first hour. Don't waste that. Don't waste an open phone first hour on a Friday. I need to hear from you. Again, 1-800-636-8686. Toll free. Bears fan. That is not what you expected. Not only did you assume that win, not only did you break out your red Sharpie and mark that in as a big W, you pretty much had assumed a run to the Super Bowl, right? How you feeling about things right now? How you feeling about things after seeing your quarterback take that step back? And again, a lot of that was the Packer defense, but not all of it. and not most of it. A lot of that was your quarterback. Talk some Major League Baseball today. First of all, if I'm talking baseball after the first NFL game of the year and going into an enormous college football weekend, there must be some good reasons to talk baseball. Not only am I talking baseball, I've got two stories on Major League Baseball. One about a sibling combination facing
and we are back. Thank you, Jim Rome.
Baseball. The brothers Moran. One brother pitching to another brother. Incredibly enough, that had never happened.
Thanks to Jim Rome and CBS Sports Radio for the halftime entertainment. We are back in Minnesota. You know the news there. It's not good. Falcons down 21-0. Minnesota about to receive the second half kickoff. And it's going to have to be a lot of passing now to try to catch up. And the star of the first half is undoubtedly one Dalvin Cook out of Florida State University. He's got what? He has 12 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown. And now we're underway. And the first play of the second half is a running one. And Minnesota picks up 3. Matt Ryan, 12 for 18, 132 yards. And we welcome you to join us down in the huddle. A lot of times it's a lively conversation, not so much today. Understandable. That was hot freaking garbage in the first half. And on 2nd and 7, what was that? Was that incomplete or was that a fumble recovery? What was that? It was a fumble recovery by the Vikings. Recovered their own fumble. Nice defense by Atlanta. And that was kind of reminiscent of the old tuck rule from way back with Tom Brady. But this one was called a fumble. But Minnesota recovered it, and now it's 3rd and 8 for the Vikings on their own 27. Back to pass is Cousins. And there's a freaking first down completion. Last check, the Braves were losing. Let's check on that again real quick. Maybe we can have some positive news today, right? But even if the Braves lose this one today, they will have still taken 3 of 4 from Washington. And that's a hell of a statement in its own right. And it's in the 5th inning, and the Nationals are on top 4-1 over the Braves. 1st and 10. Handoff to Cook, and there's a gain of 1 for Minnesota. I am A-Bomb. You're watching Coast to Coast. That's our show where we talk sports, especially Atlanta sports, especially Falcons, Braves, Hawks, and more. And if you know anything about my channel, you know Bone Crusher also does the games that I don't. We kind of split duty on that, so make sure to hit up his channel. He is our mod today, one of our mods down in the huddle. On 2nd and 9, another handoff and a gain of about 3. So it's going to be 3rd and 2. Titans still over the Browns, still up over the Browns. That one's at halftime. Titans 12, Browns 6. Redskins have a 20-7 lead on the Eagles. That one is just underway in the 3rd quarter. Good news from Carolina, where the Rams are up 13-3 on the Panthers. And welcome in Juan Gotti. Yeah, Redskins looking good. Nationals not looking so good in the series, but looking good today. Chiefs up 23-13 on the Jags. Big first half for Mahomes. He had 300 yards plus in the first half. Steelers Patriots, that's your Sunday night game tonight. Antonio Brown not eligible to play in that one. However, he will suit up for the Pats next weekend. On 3rd and 3, a gain of about 1. That's going to be short, and we've got a Vikings 4th down. Appreciate everybody for being on board. We've got a lot of our Braves fans who know us from that with us. We got plenty of Falcons fans, and we'd appreciate it if you would like and or subscribe. We'll get the latest on Bone Crusher's van coming up later. And on 4th and 2, here's the punt. And back to receive the punt is Atlanta, and it's a gain of 2 on that return, if that. So the Falcons now have the ball for the first time in the second half. Let's see if we can go to work and get on the board. It is 21-0 Vikings. Falcons start the drive on their own 15. Ryan under center. It's a handoff to Freeman. No, it's not. It's a fake. A pass fake. And there's a nice little pickup to Hooper, our tight end. All right, Legend, how's it going in that Browns game? Last check, it was 12-6, Tennessee. And welcome in, Mathcar 1877. The race is underway, right? The Brickyard is going on right now. And what's going on with the Falcons is that we haven't done worth a damn yet. Just not ready to play. There's a handoff to Freeman, and he picks up a first down. The one drive that looked promising ended in a fumble by Atlanta. Would have been able to cut it to 14-7 if that play had worked, if that drive had gone off right, that is. And Dalvin Cook, running back out of Florida State for the Vikings, has been tearing it up today. Matt Ryan back in the shotgun. There's the pass. It's complete again to the tight end Hooper, and it's a pickup of 6 on first down. My best memory of the Brickyard 400 quickly was when Bill Elliott won the race back in around 04. And that was his last ever Winston Cup, Monster Energy Cup, whatever cup of his career. Yeah, Mathcar, I'm glad to see that. Yeah, at least the Panthers are losing. I'll take some satisfaction out of that. On 2nd and 5, it's a handoff run of about 2. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 or 3 coming up. I mean, the Falcons have played like hot freaking garbage so far. But let's see what happens on 3rd and 2. From the Falcons 39. Here's the snap. Just right in the shotgun, but then a flag comes out right away. The hell was that? Okay, that's the 3rd offsides penalty for Minnesota. And that's the 3rd time that particular penalty has given the Falcons a first down. We'll take that. Last time these two teams met was in December 2017. That was in Atlanta, and the Vikings edged us 14-9 in that game. Here's the first down play. It's a handoff for a gain of 2. Freddie, check it, Devontae Freeman with that run. Braves still down 4-1 to the Nationals in the 5th inning from SunTrust in Atlanta. 2nd and 8. And there's another play to Hooper. That's the first down. Nice pass to Hooper. And he's been the go-to guy so far in the second half for Matt Ryan. Ryan, 159 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. 1st and 10 from the shotgun. And there's a short pass that'll be good for about 5. Titans are up 15-6 on Cleveland. 3rd quarter, Ravens burying the Dolphins 42-10 there. Jets up 8-0 on the Bills in the 3rd. Redskins up 27 on the Eagles. And there's a handoff on 2nd and 6. Pickup of 2. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Panthers getting a little bit closer in that one. It is now Rams 16 and the Carolina Panthers 9 in the 3rd quarter. Chiefs up by 10, 23-13 over the Jags, 3rd quarter. And that is your VHSbarn.ga scoreboard powered by Ear Candy. And it's 3rd and 4. Ryan in the shotgun. Need a first down, and there it is. Calvin Ridley, who's been pretty quiet today, gives us another first down. And Mathcar, keep us updated. Apparently a big crash at the Brickyard involving Brad Keselowski. I know he'll keep us updated on that. 1st and 10, and Ryan is sacked again. Call coming in from Tucson, Arizona. Don't know anybody there, so we're going to take care of that. So that's like the 2nd or 3rd sack on Ryan today. Second and 15. Ryan passing, completing, and picking up maybe 5. So it should be right around 3rd and 10. That is the 3rd sack today for Matt Ryan. He's also been knocked down and hit. And 3rd and 9 coming up. Here it is. Ryan in the shotgun. Gets off a pass. And looks like we're going to have pass interference on Minnesota. There is a flag. Of course, we know that teams can now challenge this kind of play, so we'll see if that happens. Haven't seen our first occurrence of that situation yet. Officials are gathering. They're having a confab on the field. All right, so indeed it is PI on Minnesota. Make sure to hit us up in the huddle today. Not a whole lot going on. Maybe we can rally here. And so now the Minnesota coach Zimmerman is throwing out some kind of challenge here. Well, maybe he is challenging the call. I don't know what the hell is this. Okay, so apparently that's over. Okay, so never mind. We are going to see our first challenge on a pass interference flag. All right, we'll take a timeout along with the TV crew, and we'll let you know what happens next. This is a historic penalty call coming up. All right, we're back. What the hell was that all about? Apparently, whatever that challenge was didn't work. And Falcons have it first and goal. So apparently, the Minnesota coach wanted to challenge that PI call. He challenged it and came up short on his challenge. So that's good for the Falcons. It is now second and goal. And that was the first time we've seen a pass interference call be challenged. It's a brand new rule put in place this year because of what went down in the playoff game between the Saints and the Vikings, I think it was, wasn't it? Horrible pass by Matt Ryan, gets intercepted in the end zone. Minnesota ball, touchback. Possession for them will happen on their own 25. Matt Ryan's second interception of the day. And it was a hell of a bad pass. So, not liking this, but we're going to stay here to the bitter end. Is it still possible to come back? We'll see. Falcons down 21-0, and Minnesota has the ball. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Coast to Coast. We're back. News is not good for Minnesota. Vikings up 21-0. They have the ball on their own 20. Not the 25, their own 20. And there is a play action fake. Kirk Cousins completes. Thielen picks up a first down. And thanks for asking, Packers Nation. Next Falcons game is Sunday night. Next Sunday night, it is Eagles versus Falcons live from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. The plan is to have a joint broadcast over on Bone Crusher's channel for that one. So make sure to hit up his channel. And we will bring you Sunday Night Football next week. Second and 1. That was not a first down pickup, by the way. It was a 9-yard pickup. And on second and 1, not sure what happened. I'll let you know. Okay, so that was no gain. 3rd and 1 coming up for Minnesota with 2 minutes left in the third period. I agree, Westbrooks. This is so disappointing. We're supposed to be Super Bowl contenders. Dan Quinn was going to fix the defense. He's the DC on 3rd and 1. Looks like a keeper from Kirk Cousins. Good for a yard and a Minnesota first down. So everything has been off. The defense has looked bad, especially against the run. Matt Ryan has not been able to put anything together. On the one decent drive we had going, fumble happened off of the hands of Freeman. Well, Westbrooks, it hasn't been an awful weekend for Atlanta sports. Taking 3 out of 4, if that's how it goes down. And there's a first down and then some for Minnesota. And a flag at the end of the play. But taking 3 out of 4 from Washington is a big feat. Let's not downplay that. So, looks like to me this was a first down and then some kind of personal foul after the play. And it is a personal foul against the Falcons after a pickup of about 25. Let's add insult to injury, why don't we? It's the 7th inning, and Washington still has a 4-1 lead. Still a good chance we could come back and win that one. And Walking Legend, thanks for that update. The Rams up 16-10, that is, on Carolina. On 1st and 10, it's a running play, pickup of 8 and out of bounds. Another flag after the play. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Another personal foul against us. Undisciplined. Just everything that's going wrong is going wrong. Titans up on the Browns 15-6 in that one. Another flag, this time before the play gets underway. And in fact, we have a Falcons timeout. Timeout on the field with 34 seconds left in the third. Dan Quinn wants to try to get his troops in gear, get their ass in gear before all the wheels fall off. So we'll be back right after this. 21-0 is your Vikings lead over the Falcons. Welcome in, T. And yeah, I definitely feel your frustration. And by the way, we just had a score. It's 27-0. The hell just happened there? Oh, man. Thoroughly disgusted by this performance. Falcons fan for a long time. So this is nothing new to me or anybody else who's been following the team forever. But man, we were supposed to be good this year. There's a lot of football left in the year, and maybe we'll just, look back on this as being an outlier. But damn, right now, I am pissed off. Okay, Math Cardwell, thanks for dropping in. We'll see you next time. We'll be back for more Braves action tomorrow. Is that right, T? Matt Ryan is leading us in rushing today. And Matt Schaub is getting warmed up. What is this? $28-0. Minnesota pitching a shutout. I didn't even see the last touchdown. I'm sorry, I was up. Didn't realize we were back on our way. So anyway, it's 28-0. Falcons take the kickoff out of the end zone and bring it up to the 22-yard line. So with 25 seconds left in the third period, that's where we'll start. Here's a game break from Cleveland, where the Browns have drawn closer. It's now 15-13. Tennessee up by 2 points with plenty of time to go in that ball game. You freaking kidding me? What an utter disappointment. And so Matt Ryan will start this drive from his own 23. He's in the shotgun. And there's an incomplete pass. Kirk Cousins with, is this right? 8 for 10, 98 yards and 1 touch. It's been all Dalvin Cook. He's been the big show today, with his 19 carries, 102 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Second and 10. Falcons have it at their own 22. And Matt Ryan in trouble, scrambles around, somehow gets a shovel pass off that is out of bounds and incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up. Yes, Matt Ryan is your rushing leader. 2 carries for 24 yards. What a letdown. Third and 10. Matt Ryan in the shotgun from his own 22. That's incomplete. It's intended for Julio Jones. 4th down and 10. 3 seconds to go in the quarter. Julio, 3 catches, 18 yards today. So Bosher into punt. The snap and the kick. Gets it away this time. He was blocked earlier. and that's a fair catch for Minnesota. They will start the drive on their own 25-yard line. As soon as we come back from this disaster that has unfolded in Minnesota this afternoon, where the Vikings have a 28-0 lead on the Falcons. Be right back. I'm A-Ball. Thanks for joining us. We're back. 1st and 10 Falcons from their, check that, 1st and 10 Vikings from their own 25. Three turnovers for Atlanta plus a blocked punt. 2 interceptions for Ryan. That's the most he's had since 2017 in a game. And thanks, Bone Crusher, reporting the Braves are now down 6-1 in the 7th inning. At least we can't complain about that too much. 3 out of 4 from the Nationals. We'll take that any day. There's a handoff on 2nd and 6 for Minnesota and a loss of 3. Eagles have now taken the lead over the Redskins. It's 21-20. Thanks for everybody sticking with us today. We've had a lot of views today, but nobody's hanging around for more than about a couple of minutes. I can't blame them. I mean, this has been a complete shit show. On 3rd and 8, the Vikings run it again and do not come up with a first down. So it's 4th down, and the Falcons will get the ball back. Let's go back up to Cleveland and see what's happening there. On this game break, Tennessee retakes the lead. Or check that. Pads their lead. They were up by 2. Now they're up by 9. It is 22-13, Tennessee on top. There's the punt from Minnesota. It's going to be caught on the Falcons 15, up to the 20, up to the 25, up to the 30, and down at the 34. So that's where Atlanta will take over, trying to avoid the shutout. That's about all we have going for us on opening day Sunday, live from Minnesota. You're watching A-Bomb and Coast to Coast. We'll be right back. Matt Ryan in the shotgun. 1st and 10 from the Falcons 34. Hooper with another first down grab. He's had a big day for us, if you want to call it a big day. He's made several grabs, none of them for a score, however. So 1st and 10 again, and there's another pass to Hooper and another first down. Eagles now up 29-20 over the Redskins. And another reception by Hooper. This one now not for a first down, however. Ravens all over Miami, 52-10 is your score there. And the Washington Nationals have now taken an 8-1 advantage over the Braves. All the scores brought to you by VHSBarn.ga, powered by Ear Candy. 2nd and 7. There's a handoff to Ito Smith, who gains about 8 and a first down. We do Braves live reaction here. The Bone Crusher does Braves live reaction over there. And next Sunday night, he will also be hosting a joint broadcast of Sunday Night Football between the Falcons and the Eagles. That is the Falcons home opener. On 1st and 10, there's a pass from Matt Ryan with little gain there. Actually, no gain at all. And as we said before, make sure to hit up Bone Crusher's channel. You see him, he's the mod down there with the wrench. Go over to his channel and subscribe, please. Between the two of us, we'll bring you all kinds of Atlanta reaction. He's got Bulldogs for you coming up. And on 2nd and 10, Matt Ryan manages to complete a pass for a gain of 5. It's 3rd and 5. The drama in this game is now centered around can the Falcons actually put some points on the board and avoid the shutout. It's 3rd and 5. Matt Ryan back to pass, incomplete. 4th down. So it's 4th and 5. Falcons going for it. From the Vikings 20. Gets a pass off, and there's a touchdown. Calvin Ridley, the first Falcons touchdown of the season, and the Falcons did indeed get on the board. There's 9 minutes and 19 seconds left. It's 28-6. Nice play from Ryan and Ridley. Falcons going for 2. So Matt Ryan in the shotgun on the 2-point attempt. He's passing, and it's incomplete. So with 9 minutes and 19 seconds left to go in the game, the Falcons are on the board. That's the good news. The bad news is that the score is Minnesota 28 and the Falcons 6. We'll be right back. Coast to Coast will return right after the break. And I'm A-Bomb. Here's the kickoff. It's not an onside attempt. It's a normal kickoff. And Minnesota will start this drive from about their own 30. All right, so we're back. It's a running play for Minnesota, gain of 2. So Crusher, if you're still around, yeah, how's the audio been sounding today? Pretty decent, I imagine. Although I know the TV and the AC system is bleeding into the audio for sure. Second and 8. There's a handoff. And I accidentally turned my TV off. Probably not such a bad thing the way this one's been going. Third and 1 for Minnesota. All right, appreciate that. Yeah, glad we got that situated after a couple of weeks. So we've got a timeout, and it's 3rd and 1 for Minnesota. Bottom of the 7th in Atlanta. The Nationals still have an 8-1 lead on the Braves. And on 3rd and 1, here's the play. And that is good for a yard and a Minnesota first down. Carolina all of a sudden in this game now. The Rams 23, the Panthers 20 from Charlotte. 13 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter there. Tennessee up 29-13 on Cleveland in the fourth. Kansas City 37, Jacksonville 19. 5 minutes left to go in that game. On first and 10, that is a running play for Minnesota. We're under 7 minutes to go in the game. We've got San Francisco at Tampa Bay coming up. Hopefully San Francisco will take care of business there. We've got the Giants at the Cowboys coming up. And then the Sunday night game, Pittsburgh and New England. And in case you're wondering, Antonio Brown is not eligible to play in that game. He will be suited up for the Pats next week. Second and 10 for Minnesota. Cousins hands it off again. He's been doing a lot of that today. He hasn't needed to pass. Cousins, get this, 8 for 10, 98 yards and a touch. Dalvin Cook, couple of touchdowns. Adam Thielen with 1. Third and 10. Here's the play. Guess what? It's a handoff, and it's a gain of 7. So that's going to bring up 4th down. Minnesota has it right at midfield, and we expect them to punt. Braves Phillies tomorrow night, right about 7 o'clock. I plan on bringing you that game, if possible. Play clock is down to 0. I heard a whistle. And apparently a delay of game penalty on Minnesota. And so we'll try that punt one more time. It's 4th and 7 now after the penalty. The snap and the punt gets away. It's going to be down by Atlanta. That will be down by Minnesota at the 25-yard line. However, another flag is out. Let's check the flag. Check the penalty. Here's the call. That is a penalty on Minnesota for kicking team interference. And we'll take a timeout. Falcons will have the ball when we come back right after these important messages. I'm A-Bomb. We appreciate you being along for the ride. It has not been a good one today, but this too shall pass. Falcons have the ball, 1st and 10. And a penalty on Atlanta. It's going to make it 1st and 15. So Dan Quinn, you got to figure he's going to be on the hot seat after this. I don't see it any other way. And so there's a pass to Devonta Freeman, and that is good for about 5. This was a year that our defense was going to improve because Dan Quinn took over the DC duties. Going back to his roots. On 2nd and 8, there's a completion for a 1st down. Matt Ryan to number 14. That's Hardy with the 1st down reception. But if this thing doesn't get turned around really quick, it's going to be one of those years. Completion to Hooper on 1st down. Pickup of 8. You know, a lot of people wanted Dan Quinn gone after the Super Bowl fiasco against the Patriots, but you had to figure that he deserved a shot, to come back and try to repeat. We've not come close to repeating. On 2nd and 3, Matt Ryan launches one incomplete out of bounds. 3rd and 3 coming up. But to come out and completely lay an egg on opening day, nobody saw this coming. A loss would not have been that surprising, but to get blown out in this fashion, unacceptable. Clock stopped with 3:04 left. It's 3rd and 3. Matt Ryan shotgun formation, gets the pass off, and it's incomplete to Hooper. There's a flag on the play. You're right about that, Pennywise. Thanks for dropping in at the last minute. And there's a pass interference against Minnesota. So automatic 1st down for Atlanta. Falcons with their home opener against a very tough Philadelphia team Sunday night next week. 1st and 10 from the Minnesota 43. Matt Ryan back to pass. There's a long one, and it's incomplete. Intended receiver Julio Jones could not come up with that one. Minnesota heads to Green Bay next Sunday for a matchup with the Packers. Second and 10. Matt Ryan out of the shotgun. Under 3 minutes to go. There's a completion to tight end Hooper for a pickup of 5. Titans up 36-13 now over Cleveland. Matt Ryan back to pass. Down he goes. He is sacked for about the 4th or 5th time today. There is a flag, however. Laundry all over the field. So let's check the flags. And Matt, or what's his name, our left tackle, just has not had a good game today. He's allowed a couple of sacks. Jake Matthews, remember him? First round draft pick a couple years ago. Not holding his own. Still don't know what this flag is about. Call coming anytime now. There's a bunch of flags. There's been a conference. And here we go with the announcement. Okay, so Falcons, looks like they're going to get a first down out of this. Oh, yeah, definitely. All right, so wipe away the sack. That's actually going to be a 15-yard gain off the penalty on Minnesota. Make sure to hit us up with a like if you haven't done that. Even though if you don't like the way this game has gone. A-Bomb is still here, grinding it for you. So clock stop with 2:21 after that penalty. Falcons 1st and 10. We'll resume football here anytime now again. Seems like it's taken 5 minutes to sort out this whole penalty. So 1st and 10, Falcons have it on the Minnesota 31. Ryan in the shotgun, back to pass. There's a completion to Julio for 5 yards. Falcons with 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, which is coming right up. Ryan wants to get off a pass before the 2-minute, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. And it is now the 2-minute warning. Falcons will have it 2nd and 5 when we come back right after this. Here we go. Back from the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 5. Matt Ryan in the shotgun. Ball on the Minnesota 25. Ryan dancing around and goes down. Another sack. It's got to be 5 or 6 of those today. Not his fault, of course. Our line has been crap. Jake Matthews, crap. Yeah, Juan Gotti, what a comeback by the Philadelphia. That's who the Falcons play next week. Not looking forward to that. Ravens up 59-10 on the Dolphins, and that one's not over yet. Third and 13 after the sack. Ryan back in the shotgun. Looks to pass. Gets it off. And that's a gain of about 8. Still going to be short. It's going to be 4th down. 1:40 and ticking. Falcons 1 timeout left. Vikings 1 timeout left. 4th and 3. Falcons going for it from the Minnesota 24. Here is the pass. And that is complete for a 1st down. You're right, Peyton Tanney. The Falcons O-line is looking like hot garbage. Last time out for the Falcons, taken with 1:19 remaining. Matt Ryan now over 47,000 career yards, 12th on the all-time list. So let's take a quick timeout, and we'll be back to see if the Falcons can put up a meaningless score when we return. Oh, we're back already. That was a quick timeout. Ryan back to pass. It's complete to, looks like Ridley there, who gets a 1st down and then some. He's brought down at the 2. There is a flag on the play. And that's a penalty on Minnesota. Penalty is declined by the Falcons because the ball is now on the 2. First and goal from the 2-yard line. Matt Ryan under center. He's looking to pass. Touchdown, Julio. Julio Jones with the touchdown.
Rookie defensive back, Minnesota Vikings. Mark Fields, who came
Okay, then.
Kansas City. That's a tough matchup. Julio uses that big body.
We'll run down all the scores around the National Football League as soon as this one is final. We call it the 5th quarter show. Another 2-point attempt. Last one, Atlanta did not cash in. Let's see what happens this time. Here's the pass, and it is caught by Julio, but he cannot reach the end zone. So, with 1:05 left to go in this game, Falcons with another touchdown, another 6 points on the board, and it is now 28-12 with 1:05 to go, and we will be back for the conclusion of this one from Minnesota. Here's the kickoff. Onside attempt. And with the rules these days, it's almost possible to make this work. Let's see how this one works out. And I do believe that the Vikings recovered the onside kick. But the TV guys are showing like some Viking super fan and his makeup and all this. And so, yes, it can be confirmed. The Vikings have recovered the kick. Falcons out of timeouts. 1:05 left to go. So the Vikings will assume the victory formation. Any day now.
Let's go to Carissa Thompson.
Makes sense. The Bills are down by 6. Josh Allen will connect with John Brown for this 38-yard score. Bills erase a 16-point deficit.
Bills have now taken a late lead against the Jets. 1 point lead for the Bills. And so Minnesota lines up at the Falcons 40. There's a knee. And is that gonna... Why is the clock stopped? Falcons don't have any timeouts. So the clock is stopped for some reason. All right, now the clock is moving, and that's going to wrap us up. Huge disappointment for the Falcons today. Not ready to play. They were not ready for this game, for this business trip. It was all Minnesota. Those 2 touchdowns that got us 12 points, none of those came when it mattered. So, game over. Vikings win 28-12. Falcons drop to 0-1. And now it is time for the 5th quarter show, where we go around the league and check all of your NFL scores. And it's brought to you by Ear Candy. And let's start with this one. Titans 36, Browns 13. That one is just under 5 minutes to go in the game. And that one's in Cleveland. You know those fans have to be hating it. As horrible as this was, and as much hype as the Browns have had in the offseason, that is not how they wanted to start the year, with a beatdown from Tennessee. There is 5 minutes left, however, in that one. As we just said a moment ago, 1:26 left, and the Bills have finally taken a 1 point lead. 17-16 is the score there. The Jets down by 1 with a minute left. The Eagles, what a comeback they had today. They were losing by 2 or 3 touchdowns to the Redskins, and now there's just a minute and a half left to go in that one. Eagles are up 32-20. And the Panthers, we're going to watch this one closely because it's only a 4-point game. Panthers were losing by 10 or 15 or so earlier, and now they're only down by 4. The score in that one, Rams 30, Panthers 26. That one's in Charlotte, and there are 2 minutes to go in that one. It's a final from Jacksonville, where the Chiefs expected to do big things this year, did big things today, and they beat the Jags 40-26 from Jacksonville. It was the Ravens 59 and the Dolphins 10. That one is final from Miami. And now some of the later games are underway, where the Colts and Chargers are scoreless in the first quarter. Also same with the Bengals and Seahawks. And a little bit later on, we've got Giants at Cowboys. That one starts in 10 minutes. We've got Detroit in Arizona in 10 minutes. Also at that time, 49ers at the Bucks. We'll be rooting for the 49ers in that one. And then tonight's game, Packers. No, check that. Tonight's game, Steelers Patriots 8:20. That is Sunday night game. And we know that the Packers beat the Bears Thursday 10-3. And then the traditional doubleheader on Monday night to start the season happens tomorrow. Texans at the Saints. We'll all be pulling for Houston in that one. And then the late game tomorrow has the Broncos at the Raiders. And we'll see what kind of dysfunctional Raider stuff goes on tomorrow night. So that'll do it for opening day in the National Football League, the 100th season for the NFL, and 54 seasons. That's where the Falcons are. Just finished the first game of their 54th season, and it did not end well. Your final score from Minnesota: the Vikings beat the Falcons 28-12, and A-Bomb will sign off now. We would appreciate it if you could like and subscribe on your way out. If you're a Braves fan, 7:05 tomorrow is first pitch, and I plan on bringing that to you. And then next Sunday, it'll be me and the Bone Crusher on his channel, Falcons Sunday Night Football from Atlanta. So long, everybody. A-Bomb is out. Good night, America.